You're listening to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the #1 sports talk show on the planet, The Doug Stewart Show.
This is a revolution in radio, the realest, trillest sports talk show in America, The Doug Stewart Show.
Broadcasting live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Time, exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
This is sports talk for the people.
Follow Stewart Media and Entertainment right now on Facebook to stay connected and locked in for upcoming events like the Couples and Cocktail Series, viewing parties, and much, much more. Up next, get ready to ride raw with the Doug Stewart Show.
This is sports talk with hot sauce, Texas Pete hot sauce, the Doug Stewart Show.
Exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
Yes!
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STEW to play for free. That's STEW for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STEW, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STEW.
You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised.
Do you want that real sports talk? Unfiltered, unsanitized? Well, you have found it. This is a revolution in radio. The realest, trillest sports talk show in America. The Doug Stewart Show. This is sports talk for the people. Yeah! What's happening? Welcome to the Doug Stewart Show, May 22nd, 2015. Thank you so much for joining your boy, but let's bring it back. Let's bring it back one more time. Just bring it back one more time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What up to all of my Stewies? What up, baby? What up? Yeah. It's a fantastic Friday, Free Fall Friday on the Doug Stewart Show. Thank you for joining your boy. Shouts out to all of my Stewies once again. I really do appreciate it. Everybody already in the chat room on Spreaker.com, as well as listening to the show on the Doug Stewart Show app. I mean, we are all over the place, man. We are all over the place. Thank you for joining your boy. I really do appreciate it. If you're a new listener to the Doug Stewart Show, welcome. Welcome to Fantasy Island. Welcome to the Doug Stewart Show, man. So this is what we do around here Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. We talk sports. We do guy talk. Whatever everybody in America's talking about, this is what we do on the Doug Stewart Show. And we do it like nobody else in the business. You're going to have fun. Yes, studio audience on Swole, ready to go. Shouts out to the Stewies already in the chat room once again. Shouts out to Byrne from Jersey, Mocha Bella, Vet Ninja, Rail Scott, Texas Ty, Vince Wright. Shouts out to y'all. Thank you very much for joining me on the Doug Stewart Show. The number is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. But the easy way to be totally interactive is to follow the show on Spreaker.com. All right, follow the show on Spreaker.com, and then jump in the chat room and be totally interactive. Give me your thoughts. Give me your takes on whatever we're talking about in the world of sports, entertainment, or beyond, or whatever. And I read all of that stuff throughout the show, and that's what makes the Doug Stewart Show more interactive than any other show in America. Yes. All right, so we're going to get into a lot of stuff today. Obviously, a lot of NBA talk. Aaron Hernandez is in the news. Ray Rice is in the news. And I kind of chuckle when it's not really a funny thing, but it is kind of funny. And Aaron Hernandez, we'll talk about that a little bit later. We do birthday shout-outs Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on the show. Have a little fun with that. And we have a little fun with everything else. So give me a call, 404-382-0338. That is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. So NBA last night. Golden State Warriors, they win Game 2 of their series against the Houston Rockets, 99-98. Congratulations to them. And so I'm watching this game, and I'm watching these teams and these players, man, and in particular, if you see the title of today's show, it's Steph Curry, Butta. And I talked about, the term Butta and what it means a couple of days ago. And I know I went on this rant the other day about Steph Curry and how good he is and how I've realized it. Let me read out a couple of names for you. Allen Iverson, Shaquille O'Neal, Penny Hardaway, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Kevin Garnett, LeBron James. All right? And let me read out a different set of names for you, okay? Russell Westbrook, Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant, and Michael Jordan. All right? What do these two different groups have in common? First group, Allen Iverson. Just the very minute that I saw Allen Iverson, I knew that this dude was going to be an all-timer. I mean, at Georgetown. I mean, and most of you probably listening right now, you probably will agree with me. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Same thing for Shaquille O'Neal. Same thing with Penny Hardaway. Same thing for Magic Johnson. Same thing for Larry Bird. Same thing for Kevin Garnett. And the same thing for LeBron James. The minute that you saw LeBron James, you knew that this dude was, special. He was the real deal. Same thing with Kevin Garnett. I never forget when I saw Kevin Garnett, and he's actually from South Carolina. The first time I actually saw Kevin Garnett play was in that McDonald's All-American game as a high schooler. And the dude had 8, 9, 10 dunks. I was like, I don't care that he's in high school. I'm telling you right now that this kid is going to be an all-timer. Penny Hardaway, same type of situation when you saw him at Memphis. A lot of hype about him coming out of high school as well. Obviously didn't live up to the billing because of injuries and a shortened career. But the minute you saw that guy, the minute you saw Shaquille O'Neal, you knew that Shaq was going to dominate at the next level. Unforeseen any injuries once again. You knew at that projection and what they were doing at that point in their career that they were going to be an all-timer. All right, that's group one. Group number two, the names that I read, Russell Westbrook. Nobody thought Russell Westbrook was going to be this good. I mean, nobody. And you saw him at UCLA, fantastic skill. He actually came out to a lot of people's surprise, all the quote-unquote draft analysts. And he knew something. He knew that he was a beast. And Russell Westbrook is that guy. Dwayne Wade. You didn't know anything about Dwayne Wade until last year that he played at Marquette in the tournament that he had where he just went off. And you saw the skill set. And then he made himself into one of the greatest players to ever play the game. Won a couple of championships. Really the cornerstone of the Miami Heat. Kobe Bryant. You kind of saw glimpses, but he was a high school kid. And then his rookie year and the first couple of years in the NBA with the Los Angeles Lakers, Kobe was dreadful. I mean, Kobe used to take bad shots, but you saw something in him. You saw the skill set, and you saw that this guy was fearless. And you knew that his temperament, he could become one of the greatest of all time, and he has subsequently done that. Jordan. This is probably the most glaring example of a guy that made himself into one of the greatest players of all times. Michael Jordan. What's that saying? The only thing that can hold back Michael Jordan is Dean Smith. And that became so true. Did you think in a million years, even though he was drafted high, did you think in a million years, 25, 30 years after the fact, that Michael Jordan would be regarded as the greatest player of all times? You didn't think that. You didn't think that. You knew he was good, but you didn't think he was this good. Thus, I bring up the name Steph Curry. Now, I'm not saying Steph Curry has achieved the success of some of these guys that I've mentioned, like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Obviously, that's not the case, okay? But Steph Curry belongs in that second category of players that I just talked about, players that had to work and make their name and make their bones, okay? Russell Westbrook, Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and Steph Curry I'm adding into this group because I don't see any way, outside of injury, once again, take away the injury factor, I don't see any way that this guy doesn't go down as one of the top 20, 30 players of all times. I'm a fan. I mean, he's just butter. And I know I said a lot of this the other day, man, but it really puts it in perspective when you think about Steph Curry coming out of Davidson and the fact that no D1 school wanted to give him a scholarship and the fact that he's a little tiny fella. I mean, this joke is tiny, man. He's a little scrawny dude. He's got bad ankles. He's got a nappy-ass head. But this kid is going to go down as one of the greatest ever. And if you watch him shoot, it's amazing. And 2, maybe 3 years ago, Mark Jackson said something very prophetic. He said that this is the best shooting backcourt in the history of the NBA. And me and other basketball fans like, what the hell is wrong with Mark Jackson? Is he on crack? What is he talking about? The NBA has been around a long time. And now, several years later, I bow down to Mark Jackson because this ninja was right. Steph Curry is just filthy. He's just filthy. Like the ball leaves his hand, the way the ball leaves his hand, and look, we've seen this. We've seen he's great, for a couple of years. He's got the ankle issues under control. He won the MVP this year. And I don't know whether it's just maybe I had some haterism in me or whatever towards this kid or whatever. I just didn't believe it. And when the ball leaves his hand, man, it's so pure. I mean, it's so pure. It's actually like butter. It's actually like butter, baby. It's butter, man. Oh, man. Steph Curry, 33 points, 3 boards, 6 assists, 1 steal last night as the Warriors go up 2-0 in their series against the Houston Rockets. I mean, a Friday Ball award to Steph Curry. My Lord. And I know, he's young. But I'm telling you, there's been a long line of players that you didn't think were going to be great, but they proved you wrong. And Steph Curry is proving me and all his doubters wrong. Oh my gosh. The babyface assassin. Is that his nickname? I'm getting a thumbs up from Waterhead. The babyface assassin. Damn, they're fun watching too. I gotta keep it real. I gotta give it up. They are fun to watch. When we get back from the break, man, I'm going to take your calls, read your chat messages, and talk more about the NBA playoffs, man. Don't go away. The Doug Stewart Show. My gosh. First of all, thank you for listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on the Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there, all right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes!
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt, specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
This your boy Doug Stewart for my folks at System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners here in the Metro Atlanta area all the way down to Macon, Georgia, the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for that busy lifestyle you lead for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's some of the reasons why you should choose System 5.
Hi, I'm Maceo Brown, President and CEO of System 5 Electronics. We take pride in making sure that security is the #1 thing that we do. And thanks to you, the customer that has supported us, we have grown this company in Southwest Atlanta, where we're creating jobs and opportunities.
Not only is their monitoring station here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this. You own the security alarm system once it's installed. And you get direct access to the owner if you ever got a problem, Mr. Maceo Brown. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736, or online at System5electronicsinc.com. That's System5electronicsinc.com. If you're not doing what the hell are you doing? This is the Doug Stewart Show. And it is a free-for-all, fantastic football Friday. Thank you for joining you, boy. You can give me a call at 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. And talking about the NBA playoffs, man, Golden State goes up 2-1 on the Houston Rockets, and Houston had an opportunity to win this game at the very end. And you all saw the play what happened with James Harden coming up the court. And I railed on in the first segment about Steph Curry. Something that's really, I think everybody talks about his shooting, obviously. I mean, that's deservingly so. But not only can he shoot the ball fantastic, but his handles are crazy. And to be as small as he is, he plays pretty good D. If you go back and watch that clip of James Harden coming down the court and Steph Curry and Klay Thompson jumped in front of him, and Steph Curry, like, just jumped to his left side. So he has the wherewithal to know what James Harden likes to do in that clutch situation. He jumps to his left side, and it really kind of like screws up James Harden's whole rhythm, because that's what he does. He goes to his left and he tries to get to the basket, one of the quickest first steps ever. But those two young boys, man, they in effect with that play, sealed that game up for the Golden State Warriors, and they go up 2-1, man. What are your thoughts on the game last night? Are the Rockets done? I don't think the Rockets are done, per se. Like, I don't think they'll get swept. They go back, obviously, to Houston to play 2 games. So I'm projecting, and let's be honest, Houston could have won either one of these games. The first game where they were up by, 16 points at a point in that game in the first half, as well as last night. They only lose by a point and really fought. James Harden had a fantastic game, 38 points, 10 boards, 9 assists, 3 steals, and 1 block. So, I mean, he's, second in the MVP voting for a reason. So I don't think they'll get swept. I don't think they'll win this series, but they'll go back. They'll probably win Game 3, and then Golden State will probably win Game 4, and then they'll wrap it up in Game 5 back in Golden State. And Houston may win 2 games. They may win 2 games. I doubt it, though. Like, I don't see anybody beating Golden State. Even if the Cleveland Cavaliers make it to the finals, if you watch this Golden State team, they are just like a well-oiled machine. Not only are they like a well-oiled machine, but they have, based on the voting this year, the best player in the world in Steph Curry. And just kudos to them, man. Unbelievable game last night. Unbelievable player. And what I do is I give credit where credit's due. I mean, that's what I do. I'm sorry. People hate against Russell Westbrook and talk about, he shouldn't be shooting the ball and he should defer to Kevin Durant. And I think Kevin Durant's probably the best player on that team, but not by much. And for many, many years, I kept telling people, y'all sleeping on this Russell Westbrook kid. And now everybody's starting to see it. And I was in the same position, kind of flipped on this Steph Curry kid, man. It's true. Yeah, our eyes didn't fool us, so they haven't been fooling us for the last couple of years. This kid is the real deal. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. A little bit later in today's show, we're going to give you your boiled peanuts winner. That's right. And for new people, the Boiled Peanuts Award is basically an award to the Buster of the Week, a.k.a. the GOAT of the Week in the world of sports or beyond. We kind of go a little bit outside of the realm of sports as well, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. So here's our nominees for this week's Boiled Peanuts Award winner. Vern from Jersey called up here a couple of days ago, mad about his New York Knicks, and really tried to scold me on air and tried to put me on Front Street. Then he called back up here again, and I had to put a couple buckshots in his ass. So Vern from Jersey is nominated for a Boiled Peanuts Award. My own producer, I know. My own producer, Tree Taylor, the Tree of Life, is nominated. And this seems like a weekly occurrence. She always says something, off the cuff, out of the box, and she really just got on your host this week in a real negative type manner. So Tree is nominated for a Boiled Peanuts Award. Brian Windhorse, in a nutshell, Riley Curry came out with her dad at a post-game press conference after Game 1, and Brian Windhorse is mad about it, and he's in effect hating on kids. Who hates on kids? Brian Windhorse, NBA insider on ESPN, Puppet Factory. I mean, who hates on kids? So he's been nominated. And the last nominee, which I got to be honest with you, man, might be the strongest contestant or nominee for this week's Boiled Peanuts Award, is James Harden. Paid $100,000 as a $1,000 a stack. I think a stack is $1,000. He paid 100,000 stacks, allegedly, and he's done this type of thing before. It's been chronicled before. He allegedly paid 100,000 stacks for a hooker. Or I don't know if she's a hooker or a stripper or something like that. Some people would say they're in the same family. But he paid $100,000 for some chick's company. And that's breaking some type of man laws. As a matter of fact, I'm sure that's breaking like 30 man laws. So James Harden is nominated. So he's nominated. So we'll give you a Boiled Penis Award winner a little bit later on today's show. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Have you created your DraftKings account? If you haven't, make sure you do and play fantasy sports for real money. So go to DraftKings.com, use the promo code STU, and if you use the promo code STU, me and DraftKings will double your money up to $600. So if you put in $600, you'll be playing and wagering on DraftKings with $1,200. That's promo code STU. All right? I'm going to read some of these chat messages here. I'm also going to give you your birthdays in a second. From Miss Mocha Bella, BPA to the Houston Rockets for being down 2-0. Doug, how did your daughter graduation go? Did you cry? Man, and I feel bad that I didn't mention my daughter's graduation already. I got really tied up into the sports. But my daughter, Kayla Stewart, graduated last night from high school, and she's done, and she's on her way to college, man. You know, there's always certain moments that automatically you're very proud of. And my daughter, man, graduating, I told a story a couple days ago about remembering bringing her home from the hospital, man. So just very, very proud, very, very proud of her, man. She's already set to go to college in the fall, and she's going to do great, man. She's going to do great. Thank you for the thoughts, Ms. Mocha Bella from Thel Pay. That boy, Steph Curry, was from another planet last night. He was making some shots that seemed unreal. It's almost like when Steph Curry's playing, and what makes him kind of unique and why you kind of want to say that he's special and he may even be better than some of the greatest shooters of all times, is it's so effortless it's not even funny. It's not even funny. And he kind of, when he shoots, he follows through, and me and my brother-in-law were talking about this last night. He follows through, but you know how shooters, they leave their hand up there, kind of like posing? He shoots, and he, like, pulls his hands back. Like, what? He, like, pulls his hands back to his body, so it, like, looks so effortless, man. And I really do see it. I really do see it. From Dollars and Cents, Heat some of the worst fans. Ninja shows up late and left early all the time. From Brian Lucas, nobody goes to Heat games, fake-ass fans. I don't know how the Miami Heat came up. Oh, maybe I was talking about Dwayne Wade a little bit earlier and how what he did for that Miami Heat organization. From Togo, Uganda Coles, I finally watched the video. Steph needs Adrian Peterson's switch for his daughter. The little girl, Riley, was all over the place, but she's a little girl. She's a little baby, okay? No problem with that at all. From Niner for Life, Steph Curry's story is like D-Wade's. We didn't know either until their last year of college. But wait, the thing about D-Wade, and that's a very good point. That's a very good point. But I was even going to say that I think you could even take it a little bit further for Steph Curry because he played at Davidson. Now, Marquette is kind of like a mid-major, but they're kind of like regarded as a step between mid-major and, you know, Division I. They're kind of like between Davidson and Michigan, or between, you know, Davidson, Wofford, or something like that, or Furman, or West Georgia, or whatever, and, you know, Notre Dame, or in basketball, Duke or Kentucky. They're kind of like in between. So it's even more of a story, I believe, in the fact that Steph Curry went to Davidson. And then when you add on top of it his physical stature, he's a little dude. He's a little scrawny dude. Okay? Dwayne Wade got great size on him in relative terms for a two-guard. Was Dwayne Wade like 6'6", big body, you know, very strong, very physical. Steph Curry looks like he can break it any second, man. The dude looks like he can literally like break in half at any second. That's what just makes it unbelievable to me, is the fact that he makes it happen. Now, I will say this, and I saw a guy this morning on some TV show, and I can't remember exactly which TV show it was, but somebody made the comment, it might have even been Stephen A. Smith, that today's basketball really aged to Steph Curry. And it's a very good point. It's a very good point. The fact that you can't play as physical as you did 20 years ago really helps out shooters in general, and it helps out a guy like Steph Curry in particular. Because Steph Curry 25 years ago in the 80s, the way they played basketball in, he wouldn't have survived. I mean, that's real. He would not have survived. He would have got guillotined every single time he went to the hole. And you got to think at some point that would wear on you mentally and physically. So he probably wouldn't have been able to have free reign the way that he does now in today's NBA. So that's a very good point. But it is what it is. He did come at the right time. He did. He came at the perfect time. And shooting in general is probably coming at the right time. That whole thought process axiom about, shooting teams never win championships, may that be going the way of the dinosaur? It might be. It might be, because in today's NBA, you got more free reign to roam and to get loose and to come off screens and get less beat up. So, yeah, the guys come at a great time to play in the NBA. All right, when we get back from the break, man, we'll do some birthdays. I'll take your calls. We got a call on hold right now. I apologize. As soon as we get back, we'll take your call as well as read chat. This is what we do on the Doug Stewart Show on a Fantastic Friday. Don't go away. System 5 Electronics is proud to offer my listeners in the Atlanta area the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for your busy lifestyle for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's just a few reasons to choose System 5. Not only is their monitoring station located here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own your security alarm system once it's installed. Not only have they been around for almost 25 years, but their customer service is excellent. And you get direct access to the owner, Mr. Maceo Brown, to resolve any issues with your alarm system. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736. And make sure and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Yes!
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt, specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
If you're not doing what the hell are you doing? This is the Doug Stewart Show. Free Fall Friday, Freaky Friday, Fantastic Friday. Talking about first glance greatness, I guess, kind of, sort of. Like, I'm reading this chat, and I see that y'all notated a couple of guys that you knew were going to be great from the minute you saw them, and some other guys that had to work a little bit harder. That's kind of cool to talk about. I'm talking about Steph Curry, and I never thought in a million years this guy would be this great, but I really believe it now. I mean, that whole moniker they had and that whole campaign they had for LeBron James, Witness Greatness, we're witnessing it. We're witnessing it, man, right now, because at this pace, I mean, he's only going to get better. What's this, his fourth or fifth year? Maybe not even that many years. Probably his third or fourth year. Probably his fourth year. He's only going to get better. And this is a guy that works extra hard. Obviously, you can tell he probably takes 1 million jump shots a day. So, I mean, just fantastic to watch this kid play. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. This segment is brought to you by System 5 Electronics. Proud to offer my listeners in the Atlanta area the most affordable home security monitoring systems featuring smart solutions for your busy lifestyle for as little as $16.50 per month. They've been around for over 25 years. They've got a promotion going on right now with a driveway probe. You get a driveway probe, and you buy Smart Solutions, you get a free driveway probe. And what it does is when somebody drives into your yard, you're alerted. You get a picture, a video, a snapshot or whatever on your smartphone, your iPad, whatever that may be. And it'll let you know that somebody is in your yard. So System 5 Electronics got all the latest and greatest gadgets. Check them out online at System5electronicsinc.com. That's the number 5. System5electronicsinc.com, and make sure and tell them that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Let me go ahead and grab a call. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
Yo, this is the sports guy, man. I'm on 85 South.
Okay.
Coming down, Doug.
Okay. What's up? Who's this now?
Doug,
I'm sorry. Who is this?
Doug, I tell, from one low country boy to another.
Hello? Hello? Okay, we lost him. Call us back, 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. We'll try to get you back on. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Well, we got a second. Let me go ahead and talk about some birthdays. Today, Julian Edelman, wide receiver for the New England Patriots, now Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. He turns 29 years old today. That's a guy that no one saw being as good as he's turned out to be in the NFL. I mean, I didn't know that. I didn't think Julian Edelman would be this type of player. And he's not a Hall of Famer or one of the greatest to ever play the game, but he's very solid. Does a lot of things, slot receiver, punt returner, kick returner. Donnell Jones is 42 years old today. Happy birthday to Donnell Jones. Where I Want to Be in 1999. Signed his first record contract with LaFace Records in 1996. Earned his first #1 R&B single with You Know What's Up in 1999. Naomi Campbell is 45 years old today. Happy birthday to her. I heard she's got a real mean streak in her. Yeah. And here's the one. And if you listen to old school 2 Live Stews, you know I got a real beef with this guy, Johnny Gill. And the reason why I got a beef with Johnny Gill is because he took my spot in New Edition. Yes, he did. And, I mean, it's well documented, well chronicled. So Johnny Gill turns 49 years old today, and I said that to say this. I don't like Johnny Gill. He took my spot on New Edition, but Johnny Gill is the lead singer in one of my favorite songs of all times. Not just a New Edition song, but one of my favorite songs of all time from New Edition is Can You Stand the Rain? And so to pay ode to that famous song, man, I'm going to give you my little rendition of Can You Stand the Rain? Shut up! Shut up! I like this song! Shut up! Shut up! On a perfect day, I know that I can count on you. Ooh. When that's not possible, tell me, can you weather the storm? Then Ralph jumps in. 'Cause I need somebody who will stand. Shut up! Shut up!
who will stand by me through the good times and bad times. She will always be right there. Hey, sunny days. Everybody has them. Tell me, baby, can you stand the rain?
No.
Storms may come. This you know for sure. And tell me, baby, can you stand the rain? Shut up! Shut up! I like the song!
It does not like you.
Love unconditional. I'm not asking just of you. Ooh, that's Tree in the background. And girl, to make it last, I'll do whatever needs to be done. Here's Carrie coming for Alpha again. But I need somebody.
Water.
Shut up! Let me sing the song! Who will stand by me through the good times and bad times. She will always be right there. Hey! Shut up! Oh, I'm going to get a whole new studio audience up in here. All right, I'm done. I'm going to get a whole new studio audience up in here. I'm getting rid of these people in the studio.
Defamation of character.
No, don't try to save your little studio audience job now. You booed me when I was trying to sing New Edition's Can You Stand the Rain? Studio audience. And this is Tree in the background on the Doug Stewart Show.
Tree talking in the background, not singing. You trying to do the lead vocals, the background vocals.
Oh, man.
This man gonna serve you with some papers.
So Tree is the producer to the Doug Stewart Show, and she can sing really good. I don't know if she can sing as good as me, but I mean, shut up! Shut up! She can sing. Tree is fantastic, but I mean, your boy can do that thing, man, as evidence of me just singing that Can You Stand the Rain? I mean, golly. How you doing this morning? You jumped on the microphone. You felt a need to jump on the microphone. What's going on? What's up?
I can't jump on the mic, but you can sit up here and inflict.
You know what, Tree? That's why you're the odds-on favorite to win the Boiled Penis Award today. It's because you got a little nasty attitude sometimes. I mean, your attitude is kind of like Naomi Campbell sometimes, and so we'll see. I mean, you got some
very offensive.
You got some staunch competition this week, but you're in the running for it. And I mean, based on your commentary in the last couple of minutes and not knowing greatness in the category of singing, you might just win it today, Tree.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. This is the Doug Stewart Show, 404. Thank you, studio audience. Come to your senses. Thank you. Come to your senses. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Thank you for joining your boy. I really do appreciate it. Let me read more of your chat here talking about Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. In a minute, I'm going to get into some kind of, I don't want to call it breaking news, about Ray Rice. We'll talk about Ray Rice. We also got to talk about tonight's game, the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on our own Atlanta Hawks right here in the ATL. And we got a late update on DeMarre Carroll. It's great. It's fantastic news. Praise God that DeMarre Carroll is going to be fine. His MRI came out negative, so he will play tonight. And I'll tell you my thoughts about him and what he should do going forward in this series in the next segment. Let me go ahead and try to grab a call again. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
Hey, Doug, this is Sly. I just got caught up.
Oh, what up? What up, Sly? Thank you for calling back, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, man. One low country brother to another, man. I'm straight out of Colleton County.
Okay, that's what's up.
Born and raised in Columbia.
Yeah, okay.
Born in Colleton.
Okay. What you got for me?
Yeah, Doug, I've been calling games on the radio, the internet, and TV for the past 15 years, Doug.
Uh-huh.
And I tell everybody who listens, and even those who don't want to listen, about 10 years ago, I have the rights to the Chick-fil-A Classic, a basketball tournament in Columbia, South Carolina. Steph Curry was playing in that tournament, and nobody knew who he was. The only reason his team was invited to the tournament is because Dale Curry played with the tournament director They played together in Virginia.
Uh-huh.
And so Steph Curry, all 6'1", 95 pounds, soaking wet, came to that tournament and dominated. I mean, this little kid just showed out. And all the hype for that tournament, they had they had Bobby Hurley's dad. His team out of Jersey was there, and they had Doc Rivers' son, the oldest son, the one who went to Georgetown,
right,
and flamed out. They were all the big names at that tournament, and this little 95-pound kid went out there and just averaged 30. And Doug, it was like poetry in motion watching this kid. If you ever watched somebody who knew basketball, who looked like the coach's son when he was playing, that's exactly who he was. And I tell everybody who listens and those who don't want to listen, I called this one 12 years ago, Doug. I said this kid is going to be in the NBA for a long time.
Wow.
I didn't think he was going to be a MVP, but I knew this kid was going to be in the league for a long time, Doug.
Wow, great stuff. Appreciate the call, Sly. He called 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Yeah, I wasn't a believer. And it's understandable that you wouldn't believe at first because just look at the dude. And my man Sly just talked about it, 95 pounds in high school. And that's probably not too far off of Steph Curry, man. Just a fantastic player. When we get back, we're going to talk a little bit about DeMarre Carroll in tonight's game between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Atlanta Hawks. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com, America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. The Doug Stewart Show. The place where the real players play.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service.
The Doug Stewart Show.
That's a brand name. Like Pepsi, that's a brand name. I stand behind it. I guarantee it.
The Doug Stewart Show. If you ain't stewing, what the hell are you doing? Yeah! What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers and compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years' experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you, so they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So, don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Man, thank you so much for the kind words about my singing, man. I really do appreciate it. I mean, y'all get it. Y'all get it, man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, man. Shouts out to everybody in the chat room on Spreaker.com. I mean, come on, man. Are you not entertained? Do you not have fun on the Doug Stewart Show? You need to pass the word.
Tell one person about the Doug Stewart Show. I really would appreciate it. And if you're a company out there, you like to partner with the Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com, whether it's to promote your company, whatever your company is, your brand, whatever product you might be trying to sell out there. I mean, we got a great demo of listeners and a fun show, obviously. I mean, you know that. Dudes, middle-aged dudes, Metro Atlanta mostly. But we're worldwide. We're not just in Atlanta. We're regional. We're national. We are worldwide, shawty. I mean, we got listeners in Budapest right now and in Kenya and Iceland right now listening to the Doug Stewart Show. So email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com and let's do some business. Tonight, Game 2 of the Atlanta Hawks and the Cleveland Cavaliers. What are your thoughts on this game? It just came out late yesterday evening, or maybe it was like right afternoon, that DeMarre Carroll has no structural damage to his knee. Praise God! Praise God! And you remember when we were talking about this on yesterday, after it happened, I had mentioned how, through my experience, whenever someone, sprawls around the ground like that and their facial expression, you can kind of tell the seriousness of the injury, and if you're talking about a knee in particular. And the way that it looked the other night when DeMarre Carroll was on that ground, rolling around that ground, I had just really thought that it was his ACL. I was hoping for the best, and come to find out, in effect, it was just a hyperextension, and so it sprained, no damage at all. And that's a blessing. I go back and I think about it now, and now that we know that it really wasn't that bad, the reason why I think DeMarre Carroll was that emphatic in his facial expressions and writhing with pain is that I think that really it was going across his mind how much money he had lost. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that it all hit him all at that 1 second, that if this is bad, if this is an ACL or something worse, that I am going to lose a ton of money. And he's, in effect, been a guy that's jumped around from a couple of teams. I think this is like his 4th team that he's played on in the NBA. And so never really made the big money. And there's already talk out there right now that his next deal is going to be his moneymaker. He's going to get somewhere between 12 and $15 million a year for 4 and 5 years. So I really think that it hit him, that I just lost a ton of money. Now the question is does he come back and play in this series if he's able? I don't think he should do that. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't think he should do that. In my particular case, and it's interesting, in my particular case, and I've heard this from several other people that this scenario played out, when I hurt my ACL in college, the week before, maybe it was like a week and a half earlier, I had pulled my hamstring. And so I had been trying to rehab, and I wanted to get back on the field. You know how it is. You can't make the club in the tub. And so I really came back earlier than I thought I should. And that first day that I got back, I tore my ACL. And doctors and people that I've talked to subsequently have said that, a lot of times that happens because what happens is your body overcompensates for an already injured part of your body. So I don't want DeMarre Carroll to come back. As much as he means to this Hawks team, as much as he helps them defensively, I'm more concerned about this young man and his money. Okay? I'm sorry. And if you're mad at DeMarre Carroll for not coming back to play in this series, then I think you're wrong. It's as simple as that. This man has got to protect his investment. This is a business, and right now he's probably going to make on this deal that he has coming up. The good Lord spared him not to have a serious injury. He got to get this money. It's as simple as that. It is. Because even if he comes back right now, you got to believe that knee isn't 100%. You got to believe that. And you kind of see the same thing going on with Kyrie Irving right now, where he seemingly, re-injures that knee every night that they play. They'll do a lot of treatment on it, rehab, but it's still not there and it's weak. And so you're more susceptible to getting an injury, man. So I hope DeMarre Carroll shuts it down for the rest of the year and gets his money. What are your thoughts on that? 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. From Fail Pay, y'all saw Josh Smith, a.k.a. Shoot It Shouty, last night
At one point, he was 4 for 15, 0 from 3 from the three-point line. Laugh out loud, that guy is trash. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that those 3 baskets that he made, or those 4 baskets that he made, were like bunnies. They were like putbacks. That's what he does. But I told you the other night, if Josh hits a three-pointer, it's a wrap. He's going to keep shooting it, shouty. He's going to keep shooting it. From Scotty, you know Steph is gifted. His brother probably got the same training from their dad, but he can't even get a cup of coffee in the NBA. You know you got some game where people come to see you shoot jumpers. Agreed. Younger brother, take Jordan off that list. He scored 30 points in the McDonald's game, balled out as a freshman, overshadowing James Worthy, was the best player on the 84 Olympic team. We knew he was great and one of a kind. I hear you, and I understand what you're saying, Jungle. We knew he was great. We didn't think he was best player of all time great. That's my point. And I definitely agree with everything you're saying. We knew Michael Jordan was a fantastic player, but we didn't think at the end of his career we would be saying in unison that he's the best basketball player to ever step on the court. You just couldn't see that. And I mean, hell, NBA teams couldn't see that. They took Olajuwon before him. They took Sam Bowie before him. Now, they were centers, and back during that time, the center was the thing to have. But if you knew Michael Jordan would go down as being the greatest player ever, you would have taken him over Hakeem Olajuwon. You would have taken him over Sam Bowie. So, to a degree, what I'm saying works. I understand what you're saying, but it definitely works for my example that I gave earlier of guys that we didn't know that were going to be that great, that actually had to work on their game and their skills and actually get good. From Chef Ivan the Great, Steph Curry is a pure shooter. That ish is beautiful. I cannot lie. From Niner for Life, heard they are fighting Isaiah with the Liberty, saying he settled his lawsuit for $11 million. He didn't settle. The Knicks did. He says he's innocent. And that's a very, very good point. Isaiah Thomas has said that. He's on record over the last couple of weeks, and that's exactly right. The New York Knicks settled, not Isaiah Thomas. And not only that, Isaiah Thomas contends that he didn't do the things that he was accused of. Yeah, I mean, what? I don't like that. I don't like that whole story, and it seems like the Puppet Factory is dead set against Isaiah Thomas. Based on the reporting and the way that the stories come across, it seems like they are trying to get Isaiah fired or to, I don't know what you'd even call it, sell back shares and stocks of the New York Liberty and step down from the position that was given to him by James Dolan. I don't like that at all, man. And I'm an Isaiah fan. Not ashamed to say that. I'm an Isaiah fan, big-time Isaiah fan. And I think that he gets a lot more grief than probably he deserves. From Grego, BPA to Cowherd, said first babies at the podium, then booze, bays, buddies, cousins. When will it stop? What? Yeah, that kind of sounds kind of suspect. If Colin Cowherd say that, I didn't hear him say that. From Kaza, BPA to Brady every week till he admits he cheats. That ninja. Dwight was supposed to give the ball back to Harden. Harden should have shot it. Dwight can't do ish with the ball to the top of the key. Harden acted like he didn't want the shot. Harden just got some great defense played on him. And I know there's a lot of conversation as well about should Kevin and McHale have called a timeout. I didn't have a problem with him not calling a timeout. In the flow of the game, you would think that Golden State wouldn't be able to recover and get back on defense in time to stop James Harden. I didn't have a problem with Kevin McHale not calling a timeout. I did not have an issue with that at all. It was just a great play, in particular by Steph Curry, and jumping to James Harden's left side, his strong side, and it just worked out. I'm not mad at all about not calling a timeout in that situation. From Grego, Doug going to go off on Dwight today? Not going to go off on Dwight today. I mean, there's always opportunities to go off on Dwight Howard. Had a solid game. There was some question about him actually even playing last night because of the knee injury he sustained in Game 1. He had a great game last night. He did, in relative terms. He looks like a fish out of water a lot of times. Everything that Dwight Howard does it's all physical. It's no skill involved at all. I mean, zero. You know, it's just zero. He's got no skills at all on the offensive side of the court, man. Zero. All right, when we get back from the show, damn it, it's hour number 2 already on the Doug Stewart Show. All I'm going to do in the next segment is read chat.
That's what I'm going to do. Because it's your show, my co-host, my wingman. It's your show. The Doug Stewart Show, the people show. Don't go away. Keep it locked. First of all, thank you for listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on the Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there. All right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes!
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
This your boy Doug Stewart for my folks at System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners here in the Metro Atlanta area all the way down to Macon, Georgia, the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for that busy lifestyle you lead for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's some of the reasons why you should choose System 5.
Hi, I'm Maceo Brown, President and CEO of System 5 Electronics. We take pride in making sure that security is the #1 thing that we do. And thanks to you, the customer that has supported us, we have grown this company in Southwest Atlanta, where we're creating jobs and opportunities.
Not only is their monitoring station here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this. You own the security alarm system once it's installed. And you get direct access to the owner if you ever got a problem, Mr. Maceo Brown. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736, or online at System5electronicsinc.com. That's System5electronicsinc.com. We got the world's greatest chat room. The Doug Stewart Show on Spreaker.com. Thank you for joining your boy. This is hour number 2. Free Fall Friday, and shouts out to everybody in the chat room being totally interactive. I nup new. In the famous words of Buckwheat. Yes, sir. About 15 minutes, man. We got this week's Boiled Penis Award coming up, so stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss that, man. I mean, that's a lot of fun. Every week we acknowledge somebody that's just a bust-ass. And we got a real strong contingent this week. Vern from Jersey, the Tree of Life, my own producer. I mean, shame, shame, shame. Brian Windhorst from the Puppet Factory, and James Harden paying maximum price for minimum, in relative terms, coochie. This ninja gave $100,000 to a chick, allegedly just for a date. I mean, that's just code word for, give me some Nusi whenever I want it. I understand you just can't come out and say that that you pay for Nusi, then you'd be labeled as Warren Sapp. You're just a trick on record at that point. And so he paid $100,000 for this chick's company, allegedly. And the guy plays in the NBA. Not only is the guy playing the NBA, but the guy is kind of good. He's kind of recognizable. And he paid $100,000 for coochie, for Nutsi, for the vajayjay. What's another term for that thing? The love box.
A purse.
That purse. Are you kidding me, James Harden? Oh, boy. But, yeah, so that's coming up in about 15 minutes. 404-382-0338. Let me read more of this chat from Chef Ivan the Great. Steph Curry should entertain S-Curl if they offer an endorsement deal. I can't hate, but he got taco meat on his head. Now, listen. I swear to you. What I am is I'm a professional pointer outer. Okay? And so I point things out. And I said it, I don't know, probably 2 months ago. And I actually tweeted about it. That Steph Curry, to be so light-skinned, got the nappiest head I've ever seen in my life. Man, an S-curl ain't gonna do nothing for that. He got that nappy head, honestly, from the motherland. There ain't nothing can do anything with that. You can get an S-curl. You can get one of them Ultra Sheens. You can get that spray. You remember that spray back in the day, the Afro Sheen? You can get some of that Afro Sheen. Ain't nothing going to penetrate that naughty head that boy got. Bless his heart. Ain't nothing wrong with being nappy, happy and nappy. But damn, I mean, you just don't see that combination of light-skinnedness and naps. You just don't see that. That's next level naps. J-Rob, I'll take Curry over Harden. The Houston offense is so stagnant when Harden has the ball, and he always looks for contact and flops. Harden is a beast too, man. I mean, he's not that far behind Steph Curry because unlike anybody else that I can think of, you know what? Somebody that always used to get to the line, and I used to hate it because I was like, man, this guy gets to the line. I remember even making the statement, Dwayne Wade used to get to the line more than Michael Jordan used to get to the line. And that really used to bother me. Like, how can Dwayne Wade get to the line 20-something times a game that he routinely, did? And the only person that may get to the line more than Dwayne Wade on average is probably this James Harden, man. That first step is just crazy. He's a fantastic player. Wow. And my brother-in-law asked me a great question last night as well. And I'll just throw this out there. You can comment on Spreaker.com, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Who would you rather have? Would you rather have Steph Curry or Kyrie Irving right now? I couldn't really answer. Now, Steph right now on the surface is doing all these big things, and I've paid him much kudos over the last couple of weeks. But Uncle Drew ain't no joke either. Uncle Drew, if he was healthy right now, Uncle Drew will get you 50. Steph Curry, he'll get you 50, but I think that in my memory, I think Kyrie Irving has probably done it and had more of those bigger games, maybe even than Steph Curry. So that's a real tight one. There's some great guard play right now, especially point guard play in the NBA right now, man. Incredible players. You talk about Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden. I mean, those guys, man. Ooh. Dollars and cents. Now, Doug, you can whoop some kids' asses. If something goes wrong with your little girl in college, instead of wanting to trip up little other kids, you can choke them out. Well, yeah, there's probably nothing going to happen. I told a story the other day about my daughter getting on the bus for the first time and kids being mean to them or to her, and I wanted to fight them. I don't think that's going to happen. She's off to college, man. She's grown.
and I've already kind of pulled back the reins on her a little bit as far as restrictions. She's grown, man. I mean, when you go to college, that's it. She might be 18. She's not 21 yet. But, hell, she's going to go to college, and she's going to be out all night. She's going to party all night. She's going to go wherever she wants to go. So I need to start loosening it up. And I've made a conscious effort to start loosening up over the last couple of days, man. And she's like, she'll say, Daddy, can I go so-and-so? And where I would say, like, nah, it's too late or something like that, I'll be like, go ahead. And she looks at me with, like, this puzzle look in her face like, wait a minute, man, what's going on with you? So I haven't told her that. But I'm kind of loosening up the reins already, man, in preparation for her to be on her own, man. My baby girl is going to be on her own. It's tough, man. It's very tough. From KC, James Harden probably had to spend another $100K last night to get someone to hang out with him. Man, I mean, in hindsight, you know, hindsight is crazy. Should he have passed the ball? He really got tangled up when those guys jumped to his left side. Steph Curry doing that last night. It looks like a couple of guys were about to get wide open. And also another thing about that play last night, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, it seemed like his teammates didn't try to get the open spots quick enough. It was almost like in their mind, they knew dude was going to try to shoot it. They didn't even try to get open. And they didn't even try to get open. They didn't even try to get back on the other end of the court, really. It was only like 3 guys off the team on that side of the court. The other 2 guys, it seemed like a couple of guys were still on the other side of the court. Watching dude. From 90 the Rhino, strippers are hookers and trade. I'm not going to say that, man. I'm sure there are a lot of strippers out there that strip, just so they can pay their college tuition. I'm sure there are. But if you ask every stripper, they'll tell you that's why they strip. But I'm sure there are 1 or 2 strippers in this country that actually take their clothes off so that they can go to college, pay for college. And I'm sure some of them do it solely just to put food in their kids' mouth. I'm sure there's a couple of them. I'm not going to say strippers are hookers in training. Detroit Matt, Windhorse wins hands down. Brian Windhorse is a strong candidate for this week's Boil Penis Award. I got to be honest with you. From Scotty, Harden is a ball stopper. His game resembles Melo's game, yet because he is popular and in commercials, he gets a pass. I don't think Harden and Melo's game resemble that much. I understand what you're saying. They hog the ball. They are volume shooters. They take a lot of shots. I get that. But Melo, a lot of his game is really done on the post, more so. Not totally, but more so his game is on the post and using his body and his size to his advantage more so than Harden. Harden is all three-pointers and taking your ass to the cup. That's all he does. There's no in-between really that I can think of. From Vince Wright, Curry showing us why he is the MVP. From Kaza, I saw some of the Hawks at Bass Pro last night picking out fishing equipment and bait. How dare you, sir? The series isn't over. The series isn't over. Anything can happen. Hell, you saw what happened between the Rockets and the Clippers the other night. Anything can happen. I'm gonna hold out hope. Not a lot of hope, but at this point, I'm not ready to say. I mentioned earlier how I think that Houston can go home and get a win, possibly even 2. If the Hawks don't win the night, chances are probably about 80-90% that they'll get swept. I mean, that's just the real talk. If they lose this game tonight, probably going to get swept because they'll be defeated mentally, not just physically dominated, but mentally. I just think that it's just too much, and they'll go on the road, and Cleveland will win Game 3 with all the emotion of being at home and knowing that you're, an arm's distance to making it to an NBA final, so you know that fans are going to be hyped. Cleveland will definitely win Game 3, and because they win Game 3, the psychology of sports says to the Hawks, we aren't going to win the series. We're not going to give our best effort. And not that they'll intentionally do that, but subconsciously they'll probably do that. So the Hawks don't win tonight, man. It's probably going to be a wrap. It's probably going to be a sweep. And I hate to say that, but that's real. But I'm holding out faith.
They can get it done tonight. Hopefully they can get it done tonight. Go Hawks. ATL ho. You know, you notice I'm not as strong with that ATL ho, right? Come on, man. Come on, Hawks. All right, don't go away. Up next, Ball Peanuts Award. Don't go away. You've been thinking about starting that online store, right? And you do know e-commerce makes billions a year. That's right. I said billions with a B, okay? A B. Well, just do it and do it right with my friends at AmeriCommerce. AmeriCommerce is an easy-to-use tool to sell anything online, on Facebook, and through mobile phones. Over 100,000 merchants and website owners have chosen AmeriCommerce to handle their stores and customers. They have the most in-depth features in the industry, which include multiple storefronts, website management from one console, a Facebook shopping application, a mobilized, optimized website, and much more. Don't let eBay, Amazon, and Zappos get all the money. Get your piece of the pie, too. Click on their banner link on thedougstewartshow.com or the app link for more details. First of all, thank you for listening to The Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on The Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there. All right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes! Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. Hey, yo! What up, America? What up, world? This is the Doug Stewart Show. Man, shouts out to all of the Stewies, man. Shouts out to all of y'all. I really do appreciate it. All the love. I mean, pat me on my back for my rendition of New Edition earlier. I mean, thank you, man. I mean, come on. Thank you. I mean, I do all of this for you on the Doug Stewart Show. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. Yes, Tree?
What planet are you on? Are you, still really excited about last night and graduation?
Oh, I'm very excited about last night.
You're not present?
I'm on this planet. What are you talking about?
Your ears. Are your ears okay?
My ears are fine. I mean, my ears are fine.
Because I thought I heard you pat yourself on the back.
Yes, I did, for my rendition of Can You Stand the Rain? Yes. I mean, can you not read this chat? Do you not read this chat? Do you not hear my rendition of Can You Stand the Rain earlier? You need to clean the sugar daddy out your ears. How about that?
I heard your rendition of Can You Stand the Pain. Can You Stand the Rain?
What?
Is a different song.
Shut up! What are you talking about? I mean, everybody loved it. That's why you're nominated for this Boiled Penis Award, Tree, for comments just like that. You asked me before we did the Boiled Penis Award to read this chat. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this chat. And you said something dealing with my rendition of Can You Stand the Rain earlier, and that I should hold up the voting for Boiled Penis for one segment until I read this chat.
And so that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to read this chat. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Aaron Hernandez, quickly, pleads not guilty to witness intimidation, and he has a new tattoo. Have y'all seen this? Former NFL player Aaron Hernandez sporting a new neck tattoo while making his first appearance in court since being sentenced to life in prison for murder. All right, footnote that. Pleaded not guilty on Thursday to a charge he tried to silence a witness in a separate double murder case by shooting him in the face. All right? Then, I guess the people in court witnessed, and there's photos of it, the tattoo on the right side of his neck includes the word lifetime above a star. Now, you can't see the bottom part of this tattoo. Now, it's a violation of Massachusetts prison regulations to get a tattoo. To tattoo someone else or to possess tattoo paraphernalia while incarcerated. Possible sanctions include disciplinary detention for up to 10 days and loss of privileges such as television or radio for up to 60 days. Hernandez was sent to segregation unit earlier this week for acting as a lookout while another prisoner went into an inmate cell to fight. Are you kidding me? Wait a minute. Where's my paper at? Hold on. Where's my paper at, man? I'm going to add Aaron Hernandez. Last second BPA for Aaron Hernandez. There it goes right there. I'm adding Aaron Hernandez to this list of boiled peanuts nominees because this man has just went full Oz on us. This man went and got a tattoo in jail, and it looks like a professionally done tattoo. It almost looks like one of the prison guards snuck him out and took him to a tattoo parlor on his neck. Visible. You're not supposed to get tattoos, but the man got a visible tattoo that everybody can see, even when he's wearing a suit. And then he was a lookout for a prison fight. Are you kidding? Aaron Hernandez nominated for a boiled peanut.
Hey, he's just trying to get in where he fits in. He's like, all right, I'm going to be up in this piece.
Right.
I might as when in Rome, do as the Romans.
Yeah, but he's going to get up on this list. Aaron N. Hernandez. The F-O-R-D. Period. Aaron Hernandez is nominated for a Boiled Peanuts Award. Unbelievable. This guy's a lunatic. I mean, I think he's really a lunatic. I mean, it's clinical with Aaron Hernandez. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Togo, Uganda Coles. Don't ask for donations today. What? Huh? Suddenly Doug Stewart is this week's BPA frontrunner. Huh? Is Togo saying don't ask for donations because of something that happened on the show today? What does he talk about? Fred Mack. Doug sounds like Doc Rivers singing. What? Doc Rivers can sing? Oh, okay. Doc Rivers can sing. Okay. I didn't know Doc could sing like your boy. From Craig O. Doug, you owe me a dog because mine just killed himself because of your damn singing. I love that dog. Your dog killed himself? That's your dog's problem.
Sleep, damn it.
K3000, I'm the first to sign a class action lawsuit. Who win me a class action lawsuit about what, sir? Butta, BPA to Doug Stewart. Huh? Wait a minute. Is this planted? I saw all the congratulations and all the pats on the back in the chat room earlier, and somehow they've disappeared, and now I see all this negative Nancy stuff. Tree, did you do this?
Daughter.
Tree, did you do this?
Graduation, Douglas.
Let me keep reading, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. J. Rob, Tree, if you stop Doug singing, we will renege your BPA nomination. Huh? Butta, Doug, just heard his voice. Star-Lord. I see why you got kicked out of New Edition. Wait a minute. Back up, Jack. Shut up. Studio audience, y'all are out of control today. I mean, seriously, we're going to talk about this. We're going to have to take y'all into Larry's office after this show. Vince Wright, BPA for the host. Miss Mocha Bella, Doug, I hope you don't sing the wifey stew. Quasicoto Hoochu, Haduchu, however the hell you say your name, man. Q. Another BPA nomination, Nino the Rhino, BPA. That ninja, you just cracked my damn phone screen. What? Where's all of this coming from? Who's putting y'all up to say these things? Who's putting y'all? Okay, Tree, jump on for a second. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show.
And you know what is so sad?
Did you prompt these people to say these nasty things to me on Spreaker.com?
You know what?
I mean, it's jealousy. Tree, we know that you sing. But you don't have to be the only person that can sing, okay? I can see it. What do the kids call it? Hating? Is that what's going on here, Tree? Are you hating on Doug Stewart? I thought we were cool, Tree. I thought we were cool.
And you listeners in here trying to go in on me right now saying that I'm throwing steak. Y'all wrote that ish. I did not write it.
Wait a minute. I don't know what's going on here, but I don't like that.
They think I'm deflecting.
I don't like.
Truth is truth.
Right. Maybe, and you know what? Maybe that's what's going on here. Oh, I get it now. Oh, I get it. I'm from the country, so once in a while it takes me a second. Let me back up for a second. Let me get this. So I get it now. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. So if I am nominated and all of these people have these chronicled on-record votes for me as the boiled penis winner, then you don't win the boiled penis award, huh, Tree, huh? Is that how it works?
The people.
You've evaded.
The people have spoken.
You've evaded this boiled penis award for the last couple of weeks, Tree, and a lot of times people feel like you deserve it, and you haven't won it yet, and it's all on the fair and the up and up. But I don't like this, Tree. I mean, this isn't good. This isn't a good look. Oh, I see. I thought we were on the same team. Because clearly, I knocked that Can You Stand the Rain rendition out of the park. Clearly. Okay, now the studio audience is coming to their senses. Thank you. All right. So when we get back, you don't want to miss this. When we get back, somebody getting the Ball Penis Award. Don't go away, the Doug Stewart Show.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
I'd been talking about red rice and frogmore stew. Another one on the list, on number 13 on this list, is penis tastes better boiled. Yes. And as God is my witness, my wife did not know people boiled penis and ate them. She did not. My wife's from Ohio. And yes, boiled peanuts, if cooked right, are the bomb.
Sports talk. Straight, no chaser.
All right, so I got to clear something up. and I don't even know why anybody's mind would even work like this, but evidently it's becoming a topic of conversation. In the last segment, I was talking about boiled peanuts, okay, that come from out of the ground, not boiled peanuts. And so Evidently, there's some talk in the chat room about Doug talking about boiled man parts. No, peanuts. I'm trying to say it as slow as I can. Peanuts, okay? What is it? Peanuts? Peanuts. No, man, not boiled peanuts. Come on, man. And I see Vern in here. Damn you, Vern! Ugh. Y'all know what the hell I was saying. This is the Doug Stewart Show. This your boy Doug Stewart for my folks at System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners here in the Metro Atlanta area all the way down to Macon, Georgia, the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for that busy lifestyle you lead for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's some of the reasons why you should choose System 5.
Hi, I'm Maceo Brown, President and CEO of System 5 Electronics. We take pride in making sure that security is the number one thing that we do. And thanks to you, the customer that has supported us, we have grown this company in Southwest Atlanta, where we're creating jobs and opportunities.
Not only is their monitoring station here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this. You own the security alarm system once it's installed. And you get direct access to the owner if you ever got a problem, Mr. Maceo Brown. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736, or online at System5electronicsinc.com. That's System5electronicsinc.com. Penis tastes better boiled.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to begin our study of the male erection. We are adults. Now, I want everybody together to go ahead and say, penis, penis, penis.
Penis tastes better. Penis tastes better. Penis tastes better boiled.
Come on, y'all, say it.
No, man. Peanuts. I'm trying to say it as slow as I can. Peanuts. 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 Y'all know what the hell I was saying.
Come on, y'all, say it.
And the moment you all been waiting for. This weekend's edition of the Boiled Peanuts Award has finally arrived. And, man, we got some great contestants this week. And the Boiled Peanuts is, in effect, an award that goes to the Buster of the Week in the world of sports, entertainment, and beyond. Yes. Boiled Peanuts. It's a long story on the origin, but just ask somebody in the chat room. They'll tell you about it. So let's look at these candidates, man. A lot of deserving nominees once again. The first nominee is Vern from New Jersey. Vern actually called up here mad about his New York Knicks, that I was talking trash about his Knicks and this, that, and the other. Vern is not going to be this week's Boiled Penis Award winner because, I mean, hell, he's a Knicks fan. That's enough pain and suffering. So I know he was just emotional. He called up here after the NBA draft lottery, and his team is going to be terrible again for another year. They're doing this consecutively for 40-something years. They just suck and haven't won an NBA title. So I'm not mad at Vern. I put some buckshot in your ass when you keep calling up here, but I'm not mad at you, Vern. I totally understand, so you're not going to win. Then we had Aaron Hernandez, who was a late entry. Aaron Hernandez is going full Oz on our ass. The man's watching out for fights in jail, getting tattoos. He's just going Oz, all right? But I'm not gonna allow him to do it. I guess, like Tree said earlier, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, he's trying to get more acclimated to his surroundings. He's trying to fit in, so I get it. So Aaron Hernandez isn't going to win the Boiled Penis Award this week. Then you had the Tree of Life. The Tree of Life, man. Tree corrected me a couple times this week. She led an all-out propaganda campaign against me to add me to the Boiled Penis Award nominees. So she's very deserving. She's very deserving. Let's footnote her. Let's put a tack in her name and hold up for a second. Then we've got James Harden. The man paid $100,000 allegedly for some nudity. I mean, who does that? But ultimately, we decided as a staff and as the listeners, the Stewies, everybody in the chat room, they have a part in the voting as well. We decided as a show that we're not going to give it to James Harden because, in the famous words of T.I., it ain't tricking if you got it. And as crazy and as obscene as it sounds for a man to give a lady $100,000 for some nudity, I mean, he got it evidently. And so I guess it's okay. And he ain't sweating it, so why should we? So James Harden isn't going to win it this week. And thus, your winner for this week's Boiled Penis Award is where's the sound effect? Brian Windhorse. The ESPN basketball insider that basically went in on children all over the world and calling out Riley Curry's appearance at the post-game press conference the other night. So, Brian Windhorse, man, I mean, strong contenders this week. I mean, for Tree not to win this Boiled Penis Award, but once again, she evades it. And Brian Windhorse is this week's Boiled Penis Award winner. Thank you for your voting, man. Overwhelmingly, in reading the chat, I think that people wanted Brian Windhorse to win this thing, and rightfully so. I mean, the guy went against children. I mean, not only does Trick love the kids, but the Doug Stewart Show love the kids too. So this week's winner is Brian Windhorse. And Tree, you dodged another one. Tree. Golly. How do you keep doing this, Tree?
Baby haters, there's no place in this world for that.
I mean, there's no place in the world for baby haters. And Tree, I'm going to keep it real with you. I mean, I had all intention because I think you led some type of mini revolt against me, which, by the way, is never going to happen. I'm never going to win the Boiled Penis Award, so you can just cancel it right now, Jack. But I think you led some type of mini revolt against me, kind of like in a stake-throwing tactic to take attention away from yourself. But once again, I mean, what can I say? Strong competition, and you prevail. Or actually, you don't prevail. And Brian Windhorse wins, and you actually stay unscathed once again, Tree. Congratulations.
What you can say is congratulations to Brian, and what you can do is not saying next time.
Huh? What? I didn't hear that last part. Speak into the microphone. Oh, okay. I thought I didn't hear that right. All right, this is the Doug Stewart Show, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Ray Rice is in the news. A New Jersey judge dismissed domestic violence charges against Ray Rice on Thursday after the former Baltimore Raven running back completed his pretrial intervention program. Congratulations to Ray Rice. Getting child abuse off your record is a good thing, no matter how you look at it. Now the question is, will Ray Rice even play football again? I mean, he's a little bit older. He's a little bit long in the tooth. Smaller running back already from the start. And then add this onto his resume as well. I don't know if a team's going to pick him up. Numbers have been going down over the last couple of years. I'm not sure if Ray Rice gets another shot in the NFL. I think that he might. It might be one of those situations where after training camp and there's a couple of injuries, a team calls him in for a workout. And then they sign him. They do a big press conference. He apologizes again. Maybe he even cries, which is very important. I mentioned that a couple of weeks ago about Tom Brady. All he has to do is cry, and America is ready and willing to forgive him. So maybe Ray Rice does something like that, hires a PR firm or whatever, comes out and apologizes and cries, and it might be all good, but it's going to be real tricky on that count. All right, 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. From JB Jennings. Doug, you still singing? Damn, bruh. What is it? What are they talking about? Let's just chat about me singing earlier. I don't get this. Niner for life. Doug, keep doing sports talk. I used to love that song. What song? What? Stay in the Rain? Oh, my gosh. I mean, that's one of my favorite songs of all time. I mean, I actually feel like singing it again. I think I'll do. Okay, right. I'm getting hold up from the producers and the studio audience saying just hold up on singing again. Just stick to the conversation at hand right now and reading the chat. So I'll do that. I might sing it for you a little bit later. From Miss Mocabella, Tree, make Doug stop, cut his mic off. Huh? What? I don't understand none of that stuff, man. None of that stuff that they're talking about right there. I don't get that at all. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougshow.com. This segment is brought to you by National Debt Relief. They're one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, specializing in debt settlement. And they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditors and collection accounts all over the world. Core services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, an alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. All right, so give them a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out. And make sure and tell them that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Get your stuff together, man. Been there, done that. Creditors, people calling your damn house and whatnot, asking for money. I ain't got it. He ain't got it. E is a low country term for I ain't or I don't. We just combine words. We kind of like shorten terms in South Carolina. And so when you hear somebody say that's short for I ain't got. Or I don't have, more correctly. 404-382-0338. Let me grab a call. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
Doug Stewart, what it do? John Fisher in the building.
John Fisher, what up, baby? How you doing, John?
I was doing great, man, but now my Friday is ruined, dog. I'm depressed, dog.
What's wrong with your Friday, man?
Man, Tree, once again, better defense than Bernard Hopkins, Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson. Better defense than anybody I've ever seen in the world. Like, it's 8 times, Doug.
Hey, man. Hey, what can I say, man? Every week, there's somebody that does something so silly that they overwhelm the voting and they push Tree out for the Boiled Penis Award winner. I don't know, man. What do you do?
And man, we just gotta give her like a month off and even being nominated, man. You messing with our blood pressure. You messing with my emotions, Doug. I feel like Big Worm right now.
What else you got for me, man, John Fisher?
I ain't got nothing else, dog, man. My Friday is ruined, dog.
Hey, thanks for the call, man. 404-382-0338. Shouts out to you, John Fisher. Man, people feel some type of way about Tree dodging that boiled penis again. But once again, what can I do when your competition is a dude that paid $100,000 for the Newtsy, even though he didn't win because it ain't tricking if you got it? And a guy that's going in on babies. I mean, come on. I mean, who's going to beat that? Hey, come on. I did what I had to do. Y'all did what y'all had to do, and y'all voted Brian Windhorst as this week's Boiled Penis Award winner. I mean, y'all did that, not me. Y'all did that. Ultimately, it's your say. If you say Tree should get it, Tree will get it. If you say Tree should get it, the Tree of Life will get it. But y'all overwhelmingly said that Brian Windhorst should win that award this week, so he did. I mean, I'm the people's champ. I give the people what they want. People want to see toe-to-toe, I go toe-to-toe. People don't want to see defensive fights like Floyd Mayweather. They say, we want to see brawling. They want to see fighting. So what I do, I provide the people what they want. I'm the Mike Tyson of providing people of what they want. Knockouts. That's a great analogy by me. All right, up next, man. Look at the time, man. We're going to wrap today's show up.
Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. System 5 Electronics is proud to offer my listeners in the Atlanta area System 5 Electronics is proud to offer my listeners in the Atlanta area the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for your busy lifestyle for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's just a few reasons to choose System 5. Not only is their monitoring station located here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own your security alarm system once it's installed. Not only have they been around for almost 25 years, but their customer service is excellent. And you get direct access to the owner, Mr. Maceo Brown, to resolve any issues with your alarm system. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736. And make sure and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Yes!
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
In a constant battle against weak-ass sports talk, this is the Doug Stewart Show. The realest, trillest, most unfiltered show in America. Shouts out to the ATL Hawks as they try to get it done tonight. A little welcome to Atlanta. This segment is brought to you by Ticket Liquidator. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers to give you the opportunity to attend the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. The goal is to bring you more tickets, better service, and lower prices so that you can be there to witness the best of the world of entertainment, culture, and sports has to offer. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call them at 855-638-3034. Write the number down just for future reference if you need tickets for anything. 855-638-3034.
and just mention kind of, casually that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Yes, Tree, you had your hand raised.
Yeah, now I got to raise my hand to speak. Okay, so.
You dodged another one, Tree. You dodged another one. You did.
Thank you for playing Welcome to Atlanta, because I was feeling some kind of way. Last week, you were all, Pastor Troy is on, and pep rally, and I just feel like just because they lost one game that everyone's like, oh, all right. Fair weather.
Yeah.
Where's your faith? Where is your faith in those things that are not seen? And you're looking at the facts.
Right. And I know I sound kind of defeated on this Hawks thing, and I think a lot of the city doesn't have the same fervor that we did in that Game 6 against Washington. But I think it's just the manner. I think sports fans are looking at the manner in which the Hawks lost Game 1, and then you add on top of it the injury to Damari Carroll. We're kind of deflated. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't think the Hawks can still do it and pull off a miracle, but the manner in which they lost that Game 1, man, it doesn't lend itself to the Hawks winning this series. And I know that's negative, and I'm always trying to be positive, but I think that's what's going on, Tree.
We need to turn that around, because they need all of our energy. They need positive energy. Propel them.
You're right. They need positive energy. You're exactly right. Let's go Hawks. Let's go Hawks. ATL, ho. Let's go Hawks. They can get it done. You're right. Let's end today's show on a good note. Let's go Hawks. They can get it done. They can get it done. Speaking of in today's show, Monday, don't forget, national holiday. So we will not be doing the Doug Stewart Show live, but we will be playing a broadcast of a former show, of a past show. So still tune in if you're just sitting around, and you're on your computer, just turn it on. We have some choice cuts, the best of the Doug Stewart Show on Monday. I mean, hell, we deserve a holiday too. A lot of family in town at my house. My daughter graduated from high school last night, which is an incredible feeling to see your daughter walk that stage and get her diploma. And now she's headed off to the next stage of her life. Oh, boy, I give my right pinky to go back to being a freshman at South Carolina State College right now. I mean, you can cut half of it off, just like Ronnie Lott. Ronnie Lott me! If I could go back to college right now and be a freshman again. Maybe not a freshman, maybe not a crab, maybe a sophomore. No, but you know what? A freshman, I wasn't a traditional freshman at South Carolina State. All right, my freshman year, for people that don't know, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, I actually went to a small college in upstate South Carolina named Newberry College on a football scholarship. Went there for a year, transferred to South Carolina State. So when I was at Newberry, I was on the football team and, had a little bit of cachet, I guess, with that. And then I transferred to South Carolina State, and so I was a little bit older, had already experienced the college thing, so I wasn't like a traditional freshman. So I wasn't like what they used to call freshmen at State were crabs. I wasn't a traditional crab back then. Had little ladies, and then technically my freshman year in college as well at South Carolina State, I pledged Omega Psi Phi, so I had a little bit more cachet with that as well. I was balling. I had a couple ladies. I was doing the damn thing. So I wasn't the traditional freshman. So, yeah, I'd want to go back and be a freshman right now at South Carolina State University. I'll give you half my pinky. Yes, sir. So a very exciting time in her life. I see everybody posting pictures online, graduations and this, that, and other. It's basketball season. Like I mentioned earlier, got a lot of family in town. My mother's here. My daughter's aunts, uncles are here. A lot of them are here. We're going to have this little graduation party tonight. Fun-filled time of the year, man. Fun-filled time of the year. If you got kids that are graduating, nephews or whatever, man, tell them congratulations from TDSS. The Doug Stewart Show. That's the acronym. In all seriousness, congratulations. Let me read a couple of chat messages before I get out of here today and get this holiday weekend off. from that ninja, Doug. He's in jail. What do you think he's going to do? It's called prison. That's exactly right. You're exactly right. From Sandman, hey, man, Aaron Hernandez got to survive behind them walls. He better do what the inmates tell him to do. He ain't getting out anyway. And I'm pretty damn sure that's a new blood tat. Wow. I don't know all of the ins and outs of gang tattoos. The 47th problem, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. You are right. Aaron Hernandez is a straight-up lunatic. He gave up the fame, money, and most importantly, his family for the gangster life? Damn. This is one of the most unbelievable stories that I've ever heard of in my life. I mean, ever. And I've been doing this for well over a decade. We're coming up on like 15 years of doing this. And there's been a lot of crazy stories involving athletes over the years, man. But this story, when you really sit back and think about it, about Aaron Hernandez, is just unbelievable, man. And all the particulars and the variables of the story, his money, his fame, just signed a new deal with the Patriots, like $30 million guaranteed, something crazy. I don't remember the exact number. To do what he did, and now he's actually playing out this prison life like he's a real, straight up gangster? It's crazy to me. From Chico the Alpha, BPA to Doug's entire family for telling that ninja the truth about singing. What are you talking about? I can't give my family a BPA, Chico the Alpha. That's disrespectful. From the 47th problem. Yes! Windhorse deserved every bit of that BPA. I agree. From Texas Tide, tree hiding behind that. Trees hiding better than Osama. Hey, what do you say? Tree has dodged it once again. From Grego, that damn pencil. What are you talking about? From Vince Wright, Doug is running my BPA awards and Ray Rice had Tree as a lawyer. Or ruining, I'm sorry. Doug is ruining my BPA awards. Vince Wright actually is the person that came up with the idea to give an award weekly to the Buster of the Week. And he said we should call it the Boiled Peanuts Award. So thank you, Vince. Vince, one thing I'll say about that, the fact that you actually came up with the whole idea of the Boiled Peanuts Award means that you have a lifetime exemption. You'll never win it, Vince. That's a good thing. The voting may not go your way or who you think should win it that particular week, but, you're never going to win it, Vince. From KC, Tree Taylor is like the cops. She does a lot of questionable things, but never is held accountable. Yeah. You can say that. From Grego, you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. From Grego, the BPA is on the Florida voting system. Man, what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Grego? Come on, Grego. Are you not entertained, Grego? Huh? Come on, man. Ain't nothing on no Florida voting system. This thing is all on the up and up. It's all on the up and up. Shouts out to all of the Stewies for all of the posts, man, and all the total interaction on this show and the entire week shows on the Doug Stewart Show. Thank y'all, man. Be careful out there on the streets this weekend. Shouts out to the Tree of Life, producer for the Doug Stewart Show, Waterhead Walter, Dwayne Vasson, Gerald Oliveri. Thank y'all so much. Once again, Monday is a taped edition of the Doug Stewart Show, but it's still going to be fun. Tune in if you can. Continue to pass the word. We'll do it again live on Tuesday, all right? Same Doug Stewart time, same Doug Stewart channel. Peace.